On a cold evening when the sky was turning dark and the streets were slowly emptying, a young black boy named Elijah stood outside a small food shop holding a warm meal in his shaking hands, and this meal was all he had for the entire day because Elijah lived alone, and every day was a fight between hunger and hope. As he was about, Elijah lived in a small room with cracked walls and a leaking roof, and life had never been kind to him. His parents had passed away years ago, and since then the world had shown him more rejection than love. People ignored him, judged him, and sometimes treated him like he did not matter, but still, Elijah believed that being kind was the only thing that made him feel human. That night he slept hungry, listening to the rain hitting the roof, and thinking about the old couple, hoping they were warm and safe. He had no idea that the couple he helped were not ordinary people, and that his simple act of kindness had been seen very closely. The next morning Elijah was washing his face when there was a knock on the door, and when he opened it, a well-dressed stranger stood outside, calm, serious, and respectful. The stranger asked, "Are you the boy who helped an elderly couple last night?" And Elijah felt fear rise in his chest because he did not know if he was in trouble. He answered honestly, "Yes, sir, I gave them my food because they were hungry." The stranger smiled softly and said, "Come with me, please. They want to see you." Elijah followed with confusion and fear, walking into a car he had never imagined sitting in. Soon they reached a beautiful, quiet house, and inside, Elijah saw the same elderly couple, now dressed neatly, sitting comfortably, and when they saw him, the old woman stood up and held his hands tightly. The old man said with a gentle voice, "We were not testing your hunger, son. We were testing our faith in humanity." They explained that they had been betrayed by their own family and used for their wealth, and because of that they lost trust in people and went out pretending to be poor to see if kindness still existed. Many passed them without care, some mocked them, some avoided them, but Elijah gave without asking anything in return. The old woman said, "Your kindness healed something broken inside us." It did not offer him instant riches or flashy gifts. Instead, they offered him something greater, a chance to study, a safe place to live, and guidance for his future. Elijah accepted with tears in his eyes, not because of money, but because someone finally believed in him. Over time, Elijah worked hard, studied with dedication, and grew into a strong, humble man who never forgot where he came from. Years later, Elijah stood outside a food shop holding a warm meal when he noticed a hungry child standing nearby, and without hesitation he placed the meal in the child's hands and smiled because he knew kindness never ends. It only travels forward, changing lives quietly forever.